So, Zaz, tell me what happened last time.
So last time on InfoWars, we did start the second show with Father Morgan and Miss Dixon. We invited them on to tell the stories, and Dixon told the stories about her, told her story about her father's death, the slander that was spoken against him, the aftermath, the horrible things that were done to him and to her. And afterwards, Father Morgan did speak about how the devil's hand is at work in America, slandering religion and the like. The government, of course, at work to ensnare the souls of the people. We did take a few calls after, and we had a few debates. Hassan did try to mog us, but luckily we handled that. We handled that very well. His slander was not allowed to stand. After the show, Sandra, the small time journalist who had given Mr. Jones the scoop on the occult murders that had happened, years back, stopped in, and she does want to help us, and she can even get us an interview with a metahuman, a young metahuman. And we agreed to that. I think that would be a good thing. And listen, after that, Rex did work to expand on his the web presence of the show, and meanwhile Esteban continued to work on the student in the academia angle. He's being invited to speak at a few universities, and I believe that's where we left off.
Yeah, I think you are preparing for your next show. Is there anything you want to do before that?
I don't think there's anything immediately that comes to mind for Esteban.
No, that was nothing immediate. That's already the project already done last time.
Right. Well, listen, Mac, he doesn't believe in free speech. Listen.
Faith, we need to preserve our principles. We should not become the shadow government. Okay, we are the shadow government. We shouldn't become more of the shadow government.
We need to slow down this transition to like full-fledged authoritarian dictatorship.
Damien, if they cause the alt-right insurgency, we're gonna have to do harsher measure than some assassinations and censorship. I'll be there and I'll say I told you so. It's the martial law that needs to be declared in the future.
Surely people will not just like act against their own interest this badly.
Damien, why do you think we have the shadow government?
Deal with like alien invasions. Let's. Yeah, as some of the days would go by, as you engage with your side activities, there will be Matthew will kind of give you both a message informing you that there is an individual who wishes to speak with both of you regarding certain sponsorships of the show, and apparently he has requested personally have this meeting with you two, as he wants to sort of would rather invest in like this as a like a long-term thing, and he doesn't want to do that before having an actual conversation with you two.
I suppose that's fine. We can meet with the guy.
As yeah, listen, you'll meet one of New York's many like sort of diners. I can't believe
The void.
every
They're actually getting sabotaged.
The deep state strikes again. Fucking favor here. No, let me kill them, please. Just press the button.
Fine. Saved it. Ah, it's back.
The deep state defeated again. Thank you, Matthew.
Luckily, we're meeting at the most sinister diner New York has to offer.
Holy shit, this is the villain boss.
I'll be honest, as I've seen some New York diners, I was like, what the fuck?
This is what every diner looks like. That's how you know you're under an authoritarian regime. Diners look like this.
Yeah. As listen, as you'll walk through the doors, you'll see the man is already sort of waiting for you at the table. Dressed maybe a bit too nice for this location. But he is sort of there, just waiting with a single like mug of coffee in front of him. As well, presumably you'll sort of sit down. I'm not sure if you wanted to have any conversations before the meeting about this.
Just a straightforward guy. He's like, let's now talk to this guy. There's no need to scheme.
Yeah, no, Esteban doesn't listen. Esteban doesn't see anything to talk with Jones about. Jones will do what Jones will. Esteban will do the real business here.
Yeah, listen.
Okay, who's the biggest business, asshole? Where's my money?
If you both sit down, he will kind of give you a polite smile and a handshake as he'll introduce himself as Mr. Victor Hale. As, I've heard quite a lot about you two, and apparently you're a surprising underground hit.
Supply and demand, Mr. Hale. Pleasure meeting you. People demand the truth, and if the mainstream media doesn't get it to them,
This is exactly why I've approached you two, actually. Supply and demand is good business sense, but for longevity, I think one must look beyond supply and demand. Real authenticity. Real staying power in the market, even as trends wane and wax. If your show continues to be this successful, I am, well, and if you're willing to clearly pursue this avenue, well, I've realized that you've inspired me actually a bit. I'll say this, you've inspired me a bit. Especially the last show you did. I realized there's a distinct lack of opposition in the news.
as a Rexel chuckler. I'm not exactly playing fair up there.
They're not, and that's because most of the news is controlled by the government at this point, whether through direct means or indirect means. It's very hard to get the word out there. Luckily, the internet is a bit more of a fair playground. But internet, radio shows, and whatever may come in the future is not enough. You need to have a presence everywhere. Not everyone is as well. Not everyone adopts technologies so easily. You mustn't let the old guard. You mustn't leave them behind. And to symbolize this stubbornness in the face of such a oppressive enemy, I've decided next year, or rather, this year actually, I will be launching my own news station. And, well, people from your radio show, people watching the news, these audience, they needn't be separate. They can call us. I've already seen some of your blog posts, Mr. Jonas. It's you speak with a certain passion that I think inspires many people. And I've noticed some of the students questioning things a bit more, Mr. O'Bannon. I think you bring qualities to this initiative that we deeply need. And work with me, and I'll be able to provide you not just with the meager cash flow you have, but with actual tangible connections, with avenues of getting your word out there.
I'm certainly glad to hear your support, Mr. Hale, but I would like to talk a bit more, firmer details. What exactly will this expanded operation and your support entail?
Well, first of all, radio is a dying form of media. Surely you will want to move on to the news, the proper big news, the big screen, in every person's house. I can get you that. Like I said, I'm launching my own news channel that will, over time, hopefully evolve into a full range of a media conglomerate. And you know, in the spirit of this stubbornness, I've decided on a name. It'll be Ox News. And, well, I would like you two to be the face of it.
Multimedia strategy would certainly help us reach new ears, and would certainly help the message land on those already hearing.
You know, I do have a bit of a question. What's Ox? Why Ox News? What?
I always found the ox to be a symbol of strength, stubbornness. It is it's an animal that I think will resonate with a lot of people. Would you rather I've chosen something more meek, whiny, like a fox?
As you sex chuckle, nah, those little bitches fucking runs into Washington.
Exactly.
That's
This is
not
not propaganda channel. This is not meant to sell. This is why I reached out to you. I want authentic people. I want people who believe. The old guard is dying. That is across the political spectrum. A new world is being formed. And anyone with eyes and dirt on their hands might as well be dead. Time of corrupt bureaucrats, free politicians, is slowly being faded out, replaced by dangerous ideologues and those who believe that they should control the world. And I don't want them to do that.
Amen to that, brother. Just making sure that we can't speak our mind on there. No restrictions, no nothing.
No restrictions. With the money I have and the capital I have, I can pay whatever fines the state imposes on language. Much more important that you keep this authenticity going forward. As this is not just gonna be like I said, a single vector of attack. We'll challenge them in all the spaces. The news, movies and entertainment, education, and, well, God's willing, hopefully in politics as well.
Amen to that, brother. If the people, listen, politics is just a place anyway. If the people's hearts is in the right place, doesn't matter what the suits in Washington have to say.
Will not. And given the dangerous implications of this endeavor, I can also make sure that you two will have adequate security. Not just now, but in the future as well.
That would certainly be appreciated.
Everything to facilitate your activity. If you're not, just like you two, just like Mr. Walsh, just like others will come. And people like Miss Dixon, grifters, the profiteers, they will be faded out. People can smell the greed. They can see the lie, even if you are quite good at it. Hence why, whatever is to follow us, they will no doubt be swallowed by it.
Meanwhile, you see, Bannon is sweating inside. Wait, Miss Dixon was a grifter? The two very different reactions to this statement after looking at.
Yeah. Oh, the people who just see this as a means to will be faded out. Yeah, great.
We
Luckily.
only need proper, authentic ideologues here.
Amen to that, brother. Right, Bannon?
And for now, more immediate, tangible future, I can, using my connections, get you an actual interview with our, well, I wouldn't call them allies yet. We certainly share the same opponent. I can get you a meeting with a representative of the newly formed Church of God. The organization that has, well, maybe not completely yet, but soon will take over large swaths of the Middle East, North Africa, and more.
Assassin Rex Jones, the intellectual, is about to ask the hard question. Wait, and those are they like Arab Islamists, like fundamentalists or something?
Wouldn't you become a bit of a fundamentalist, Mr. Jonas, if you encounter the real-life angel?
I mean, if the Lord were to speak to me, yeah, it's just
If you want it, I could press a bit further. While it may not be aired out live, I may be able to get you a live interview with their Messiah.
like bullshit.
Oh, I do not lie, Mr. Jones.
As I thought that was a fucking lie, fucking made up a false flag operation. I thought that was fucking bull. Or just fucking.
Oh, I assure you,
that's
it's
both
the
fucking
angel
terrorists.
under the guise of a young girl fell to earth. Was rescued by a bunch of Bedouins. And, well, they've been teaching her about the world ever since then. I've seen her with my own eyes. It is quite an experience, I assure you. I know not if she is an angel in the way we understand them to be, but there is a certain... I think there's a certain merit, at the very least, talking with them. This war against the oppression of the state. Church is the one institution that has always opposed that. It would be fools to abandon it now. Do you know why they call themselves the Church of God? It's because somehow they've managed to unite many of the faithful that, well, not that long ago, were slaughtering each other. The different Muslim creeds, Christians, Jews. You can't unite such people unless there is some truth to your words, some divine power.
I think the science bit in character, I think, from both Esteban and Rex at this revelation. I think
an interview could be quite useful. Yes.
Give me a bit of time to prepare, then I will be able to get that for you.
I do have one question. Who exactly? I thought you were just a businessman.
I am
Holy
just a
cow.
businessman. But as businessman, I I used to not want to involve myself with politics, but times change, and we must all change with them.
Certainly right about that.
If you have no other questions for me, I will be in touch with you.
Yes, Mr. Hill. This is the start of a. Hope this is the start of a long and fruitful relationship.
He'll smile, nod, gets up, takes your hands, and takes his leave.
As I think Rex turns to Banner, I'm gonna be honest with you. What's your fucking read of this, man? Because holy fuck.
Still say, you hear about guys like this occasionally. Businessman with provides a connection between people from different points in the world. It's makes sense that he has contacts in the Middle East and this church, temple of God. To be honest, I think it's quite worth it to work with him. Resources he could give, and the carte blanche he's giving us, most people would not be that forthcoming.
As a Rexel just kind of not loud. Still go. Oh. That was so quite extensive. I thought the Storm guys got a fucking lock on all the rift shit.
Esteban will shake his head. It's the entire world. Can't be everywhere. Even they can't be everywhere at once.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. I need to. Oh, holy shit! How? But if this pans out,
Age of the show is going to go a lot further.
I'll be heading home for now. You think you need to drink? As Rex will just get up after.
Have a good day, Mr. Jones.
To you, it was well, Esteban.
Yeah, listen, you can go unwind for a bit.
Yeah, listen. He's kind of like happy that he's on, but holy shit, that's a big money manager showed out of nowhere. Even Rex, he's not the most business savvy. He's not as business savvy compared to Esteban, but listen, you'll tell you this, you work with this guy, because like, yeah, the arguments are sound, but damn, that's a real cutting angel showed up there.
Listen, Esteban's head, he's coping. Like, listen, they're a metahuman. It's probably just a metahuman. A metahuman that these ignorant savages mistook for an angel, and they won't dissuade them of that notion.
Yeah, and as you will go on with the rest of the week, and eventually you reconvene in the studio as you're preparing for the next show. How are both of you looking now? Are you both in good spirits? You should give me a cool roll. Like a basic difficulty.
I'm making my way over to the sheet. Crawling with a snail's pace. I'm on my way, Kryak. Thank you, Grunt. Thank you. I was clicking. I was getting to the difficulty. I'm lagging my way over here.
Yeah, listen.
I think he should like try to go for a higher success. You should reroll.
Yeah, Matthew kind of looks at you as You good? Are we ready to go? The kid's being a bit late, but sure he'll be here eventually.
Yes, yes. Everything's good on my end.
Ready as ever.
Yeah, listen. You'll fire up.
The villain
As
music is gone.
the villain has left. Now only heroes. As listen. The third edition of your show begins now.
Hello there, everyone, to the third episode of InfoWars. I'm Esteban O'Bannon. I'm here with my co-host, Rex Jonas. Might have something a little special for you today, but no. I'll just have to stick around and see what that will be. Mr. Jones, is there anything you want to start off with?
Besides saying howdy to all our fine listeners, as I fucking think fucking am I a hack? I'm gonna plug my fucking I'm gonna plug my fucking supplements. Let's not actually know. I don't know too much out of a good intro. I want to what would you post on? Smoke butter. I want to just I want to remind the listeners that we have also I think by expanding internet presence, we basically like open up some forums and stuff, right, Grunt?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. I want to remind our viewers that our website, with thanks with the great assistance from Mafia, or our thanks son, now has we've expanded the moderation team, and so now in fact you can talk to not only us, each other, other patriots, debate ideas, all on Infowars.com. I'm almost active there after the evening hours, so if you want to talk to me, well, I'll definitely be there. I'm not sure about my co-host, Mr. Bannon, but I don't think he also mind talking to you.
As Esteban will say. My presence there is a bit more spotty than my co-hosts, but no. Don't worry. I'll be around and always open to talk.
Yeah, Matthew will say. So, our guest seems to be running a bit late, but you know how New York traffic can be sometimes. He is coming from all the way from Brooklyn, so he should be here soon.
Goddamn fucking congestion pricing. You know, these assholes, they keep saying like they want to invest in public transport. What's the fucking point of that shit if it's fucking if you just close down roads for a fucking train that comes later, all right?
Listen now, those new bus lanes, I think they've just been like, they took entire like parts of the street away from the regular drivers.
It's fucking
It's all
horrible.
just graft. It's all just graft. somebody in the administration owns a construction company, or they know someone who owns a construction company. That's all. That's what that always boils down to. Corruption, plain and simple.
Well, as you will see, like the door to the studio open, as you see like this young guy just like rushing in. Let's see, like Matthew's gonna help him quickly put on his headphones and all.
That's this. Take a breather there, son. Calm down.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I missed the metro, and it was a bit of a mess. I'm sorry.
It's quite all right. It's quite all right.
Matt, bring the boy a little bit of glass. By the way, he's young as him with the picture, but really young.
Give or 10, give or take like 10 to like 13.
Yeah, so that's his message. Bring the man a glass of water, please, sir. Settle in. That's Mr. Bannon, if you may introduce, or unless you want to introduce yourself first.
Yes, my name is Peter. Peter Anderson.
Welcome in the show there, Peter. And Peter, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself, a little bit about why you're on the show today?
Well, so I was like months ago. I almost like got hit by a car, I think. And after like I woke up in the hospital, like this says he like sort of like kind of snaps his fingers a couple of times, and you see like almost like sparks fly out.
As Esteban will say, for our audio listeners, Peter here had an accident, and well, he's now one of the people who have, through work of fate, they have powers now. He has powers now. He created a few sparks for us. Now, Michael, what's the word? What's the official term that Storm has put out for these incidences?
I believe they call them Riftborn.
Riftborn, I personally find the term a little derogatory, but Peter, why don't you tell me how has being Riftborn affected you in the past few months?
Well, I had some problems at the hospital, and after they discharged me, like that same week, like two people came to like my house, and they asked questions, and they offered like sort of like a recruitment form. My dad just said no, and kind of just kicked him out the house.
Recruitment form, huh? They want to pick you up right then and there?
Yeah, I don't even know how they knew so quickly, but like
some, as Esteban will say, I have a feeling that patient-doctor confidentiality can go out the window whenever these people think it should.
Yeah, my dad said to like never trust these sorts of folk. So I um that's how I came in contact with like they have like a youth center group run by one of the local priests in Manhattan, Father Carver. And it is kind of through him that I started like just it was a bit weird, I kind of freaking out at first. Now I'm a bit better.
I'm happy to hear that. Luckily, your parents were strong enough to resist the Fed man. Take a.
I do have the contract technically of like what they offered.
Oh really? Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'd love to take a look at it.
So kind of like scratches through the backpack and like pulls out a bunch of sort of crumpled papers. It's like hands them to you. Clearly, probably somebody threw it in the trash can and picked it up afterwards.
Yeah, Esteban will smooth them out until he'll look over it like scanning for any like. Listen, I don't need to read the whole thing, but if there's any parts that like look really bad, especially in isolation, that'd be great.
Give me like a detect roll or no roll.
Give a no roll. Question, just for question of free reroll. Does high culture would here apply at all?
Yeah, I think it would.
Okay, I'll give a free reroll. Nah, still a success.
As you look through it. Well, listen. This kid's like... Let me do a bit of math so I can actually give him an age.
Nebulous youth.
Didn't you say 10 to 12 like 5 minutes ago?
Well, yes, Matt. I have to give him a specific age now.
Ah.
Nebulous youth.
So yeah, he would be 13. You read that thing and well, this is it's a couple of parts. Like there's they offer like currently like training and help with managing his abilities, but this thing skirts very closely to the legal boundary of like an employment contract, which is well, child labor is not legal in this country.
Yes.
Because it kind of like it also sort of mentions the fact that like his parents don't get to supervise this training. It's very sort of done. It's almost like you can see that they're trying to like sort of kind of like remove him from the family environment.
Yes. Esteban will, as he reads over real quick, he'll say, and they gave this to you, not to your parents.
Well, they gave it. I was there as we were all in the same room, but like my dad kind of like threw it into the trash can. But I like to like keep things.
Well, it's a very good thing you did, because Peter, I'm looking through this, and there's quite a few alarming things here. They're the standard thing. That, of course, the surface thing that they're hoping people will imagine. They're hoping people would look at the Office of Training and Management and help, but
It's also they're also paying him.
yeah, it's the fact that they're separate. Like your parents would not have oversight of this. They'd basically be signing some of their rights away. And a part of this about being paid for training and labor, this reads a lot. Mr. Jones, if you want to take a look at some of this as well.
Yeah.
This reads like a quasi labor contract for a child.
I told you, it's what they want. They're predators. They always get them. They're most vulnerable. Let's not go further. This ain't the fucking labor contract. This is the draft notice. Well, right now they can't literally draft you, but I think they wanted to ambush you, Peter. But luckily, I found was there to stop them.
It does seem that the contract implies that he will be moving a lot, and while they can cover his travel expenses, they can't cover the travel expenses of his parents.
Yes, I guess everybody's like, this is what I've been telling you people about. They want to break up the family unit. And they want to steal your fucking children. Send them to little fucking boot camps and brainwash. Mind you, listeners, never surrender your child to these government fucking thugs. Because once you do, listen, they will say, oh, you can visit them. And once they convince them, get into their head, trust me, the child will not come out the same, and they will refuse to see you, in fact. That is their fucking plan. You know, I think there was like a quote once I read once. I think some British, the British bloke in the war said the people he was not scared of were not the adult Nazi soldiers. It was the children, because they were raised and born of nothing else but their propaganda. Mine's completely broke. As he audibly spits on the contract. Luckily, we're not there yet.
I mean, one of them also made a weird comment when it was just me and him in the kitchen. He said something about like weird phrase, like somehow I'll be like a soldier. I don't.
I said, Chuckle. Slip of the tongue there. Poor Fedman clearly was an intern, beginner.
That is, I want to make it clear to the audience. Some of you may be want to make it clear to the audience because some of you may be thinking that these people, despite everything you've heard so far, can't be that diabolical evil. This was essentially a federal agent making a joke to a 13-year-old about being a child soldier. That is, Peter, I have to say, I have to thank you for saving this document. It's a very smart thing you did, because I can only imagine that if we didn't have this document, if it was just going off of memory, they would deny it. They would produce a new document that would conveniently not have these things on them. It was a very smart thing you did saving this.
Sort of odd.
But luckily, as Peter here said, Storm's not. If you're a listener out there, young or older, or if you have a child that's been exposed to these rifts, Storm's not the only option. Peter, you've mentioned a youth group organized by by Father Carver. Could you go into a bit more detail on that?
Well, yes, he is helping a lot of people. Not just like dedicated to people with like superpowers, but like I hear he's like one of the first ones who took a bunch of kids from the Bronx, and now it's been like expanding slowly, and he's like coordinating with like schools and other like churches, communities.
It's a wonderful thing to hear. It's that's an important thing to note for the listeners out there. These Riftborn is what they call them. Remember, these people are just people, human beings who have had something unexpected happen to them, but they want to try to dehumanize them by giving them a frightening name, something to scare you. Just a reminder that people like Father Carver, people that be like Father Carver, don't lose sight of it. They're not the person has powers or they don't. They're still a human being, and we need to help them. We need to help each other through these hard times.
Matthew. Oh, we already have someone calling in.
Good. Patch them through. Let's hear them.
Like puts them through. Hear a familiar voice. Good evening to you, and good evening to your young new listener, Peter. I'm sorry to hear what happened to you. This truly is it's a terrifying time we live in. Kid, stay strong and don't listen to these two. I don't know what they're talking about.
I'm sorry, but okay.
This
This
is
is your voice.
this
This is not Hassan.
is
Well,
Say it. I'm sorry.
Well, Hussein, I'll give you your time on the floor. What is your suggestion for the young Peter here?
Well, first of all, do you have any proof that people who just show up at your door with weird contracts are actually government employees? Provide any identification, any proof of who they are? Peter just kind of scratches his head a bit.
As at that point, Esteban will say, yes, luckily the members of the conspiracy will come and show ID. Michael, I'm done. Complete as once it hangs up, that's what I'll say, completely moronic, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the members of the conspiracy who hide themselves through obfuscation will show you their ID. You know, if the undercover cop has to legally tell you he's a cop, you might believe that if you're a moron.
Peter will kind of like look at you and be like, well, I that like talked with them at the door, so I don't know. I mean, the paper has the organization's name on it, right? So.
As Esteban will say, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, listeners, the argument that it turns out any Joe Schmo could just impersonate these people and take your kids is not exactly a winning defense, in my opinion. Let's assume Hussein is right on that these are just random people. How could you ever trust Storm then? It could just be any random person, any pedophile of the street could just come up and say, give you the contract and pressure you, and well, if you're scared if you fold, that's it. That's your kid gone.
Matthew will say, looks like we have another caller.
So the kind of it says, put him through.
As you hear Hussein's voice again. I was trying to say is we should add proper verification instead of just letting people easily just walk by. No, I advocate for more legislation, not less. The government needs to be on this, not some local priest.
That's because Rex example. Oh yeah, it's just big daddy government. I'm sure they would never lie or manipulate her.
But they really still provide IDs. Exactly, I am against the conspiracy too. It's just, I don't think just like ignoring the problem will like let it be solved.
As Esteban will say, I don't think we're not ignoring the problem here, but we're telling people that they need to keep themselves safe until the solution can be found. And
well, the solution is quite clear. We need proper government programs that actually help these people, not some like black site where they get like taken and nobody knows about them.
You really think they will just not like the? Sure, let's add a big middleman with a nice sign before they take to the black side. I'm sure that'll be the solution. This foolish. You think? I think not even the Russians. Like I think that song. I was the only one who openly shot them, but even they would had an excuse, like before they took to the gulag.
The Russian gulags were like dismantled decades ago.
Well, yeah, because they were put on the nose, but they already shot so many, so they didn't need them anymore. Hussein, they control everything. Besides, you really think they'll let you pass your fancy legislations?
Well,
if
they control everything, why are they still bothering with like actual government policy?
Have you heard of bread and circuses, buddy? Distractions, play games, trick the people they can be still involved, they can change things. Which you can, by the way.
They removed the Electoral College to give people more power to vote, though.
Yeah, take it away from the rural states, concentrated. What about the farmer in Wyoming?
Well, he has the same rights as the citizen in, like, California, no?
You're all right. He does have the same rights. And soon enough, well, they're always going to have the same rights. Soon enough. Because right now, elections, legislation, that's because they still feel the need to present this, the idea that government's still working, that courses can be reversed, politicians can be voted out.
No,
the more on... Oh, I'm listening.
What you're promoting right now is just pure fear-mongering. No proof, no evidence. You're just scaring this poor kid and other kids who, instead of reaching out to proper authorities for aid and assistance with these, frankly, quite difficult medical conditions, you are promoting that they keep it hidden and go to like some priest somewhere that is most likely underqualified to handle such things.
Of course, and the proper authorities, of course, the CIA, the army, they have big money and resources to handle it. I'm sure they
hospitals do. Learning centers, schools.
Hospital. Where did those men, Storm or otherwise, find out about his abilities? Who told them?
That's exactly. I also would like to know that. And you know who should investigate this? The police.
Of course, the law enforcement will investigate the.
I have a question, Brent. Is the Storm Accord been like signed?
Of course, yeah, have been signed.
The Rift Accord. Have been signed. Yeah, he'll bring up. see what we'll bring up. He's saying the only problem, I think, is right now Storm is the legitimate authority. Countries have, in their fear, signed away their rights in the face of these rifts.
Did you actually read the Rift Accords, though? It's all within, like, the cooperation between, like, Storm and whatever local government and authorities. It's not just that they have, like, complete control over everything.
Oh, that makes it better. Oh, they need that. Oh, the cooperation they already have. You don't need to legalize your totalitarian control if you already have the consent.
Well,
Therefore,
well, that's simple.
Yeah.
Then just if you don't like it, vote different politicians, leave the Rift Accords. All of this can be handled.
Oh, I wasn't watching for a time, friend. No,
that
is never going to happen.
My dad really
I'm sure of that.
My dad really would have loved to vote for Reagan. Unfortunately, a tragic, at random, coordinated trained assassins showed up, like the fucking rain, dropped from the sky. Oopsie doopsie.
That's well, you know what would have solved that? You know what would have solved that? Like stricter gun control laws that we now have.
You think it was a random fucking shooter who took out fucking 10 well-trained Secret Service agents, including Bush himself, who was a decorated war hero? I'll get the fuck out. I'll get the fuck off.
Well, listen, the problem still is that what you're proposing is in fact more dangerous, more irresponsible. There are laws, they are still being processed. The tragedy in Culiacan happened like several months ago. It's all like never before have the governments moved so fast on issues of great import. What you're doing now is just spreading more fear mongering.
That's the concern. That's the concern. Governments, even under distress, don't move this fast. Certainly, governments that were previously at each other's throats don't move this fast. They don't all operate in concert in the same fashion, the same direction.
Did the Soviet Union and the US not work together during the Second World War, though, in the face of the Nazi threat? If there's a big enough enemy to scare people, they will unite, even if previously they had qualms with each other. And these rifts, they're clearly...
years. That took years, Mr. Hussein. In 1939, FDR, Joseph Stalin, and Churchill didn't all shake hands this day of the Declaration. They didn't shake hands a month after the Declaration. They didn't shake hands 6 months after the Declaration. That took years.
Also, I'd remind you, Mr. Hussein, there's $3. Luckily, this is smart elections with free focus and free knowledge. I can. Well, you have increased Hassan's intelligence. I can increase Alex Jones' intelligence too, Grant. Real Hassan will not read the United Nations legal documents, Grant. I can also break character. Anyway, that aside, I'll remind you that you know with whom Stalin also shook hands? Fucking Hitler. He didn't align himself with the good. He didn't align himself with the good guys at all. It was just kind of. It's just that the bad guys were greedy, want to fight each other. You know what happened to Eastern Europe? It still is Eastern Europe.
Eastern Europe has recovered economically, culturally.
Yeah, as a fucking slave.
A slave to who?
To the Russians.
That's...
When was the last free election in Poland? Armenia? What about Germany still split?
No, it's been united because the
Okay.
Berlin Wall was taken down.
Oh, okay. I can bring up Germany the other guy. What about the time when the fucking
The
tanks
Warsaw
run
Pact is still technically like active and very weird. Like NATO is just like Western Europe.
I mean, it's not really weird if the names still say. I guess they kind of look at each other awkwardly. But anyway, when the Czechs went to freedom, and the fucking
election
tanks
they
showed up.
had elections literally 2 years
Yeah,
ago,
yeah,
Mister.
yeah. You know what happened? You know what happened in '56? Same thing happened in Reagan. They sent the tanks to fucking shoot everybody.
The Soviet had
And now we're shaking hands with the same fucking devil, the same people that enslaved entire nations.
the same
to
devil
burn
that
churches,
apparently
kill
has
priests.
improved the healthcare system, removed the electoral college, improved voting systems, improved rights.
I'll get the fuck away from
You
me.
just don't like it because they've like upped the corporate tax. That's the only reason you dislike the current administration.
No, I disliked them because they breed disunity. You know what the electoral code was about? It was to avoid a tyranny of the majority. It forced people to work together, to talk
That's-
each other, cause moderation. Now, what fucking diversity of thought is there in Congress? My fucking roofs institution moved to the fucking DNC headquarters.
What do you mean tyranny of the majority? Isn't like democracy?
It should represent all opinions, all people.
Yes,
But right now, I only see one opinion present in
because it's
Congress?
the overwhelming majority.
Oh, are you sure it is?
Just go out and vote, and whoever you want will win if there's enough of votes. Democracy is not that hard, I swear, man.
Again, I would love to vote for Mr. Reagan. Unfortunately, he's dead. We still haven't answered that question. How that happened?
There's no
Oh,
other
the police
Republican
investigation-
politicians out there.
Yeah, because they won't fucking run because they're fucking scared to get fucking shot. I don't want to run for fucking. I'm gonna be honest. Even I'm afraid right now. Speaking the truth to power. I'm gonna be honest.
You
If
think
joining
people are
politics-
gunning for you? Like 90% of the people don't even know who you are, Mr. Jonas. I don't think they're gunning for you.
Oh, but they will be. They will be. I'm telling you. I'm telling
My
you.
point
once,
is, you have a young kid, and instead of encouraging him to go to the proper authorities,
Yeah. I'm encouraging him to go to the fucking re-education camp instead of his family. Sure thing, buddy. Fuck off. Matthew, get this clown out of here.
cuts him off.
As Esteban will say,
Fucking proper
as Esteban
authorities.
will say, wonder if the Jews in Germany in the 30s and 40s had anything to say about the majority opinion.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, they should have went to the fucking police. Should have arrested Hitler. I'm sure they could have called 911. Such a smart fella, Hussein. Sadly, they don't have many schools down there in Turkey. I think sadly it's a poor, so he's not thinking much. So can't blame him.
I'm sorry you had to hear all that, Peter.
Don't listen to anyone trying to take you from your family or your friends. Trust in your own blood.
They'll sort of like nod. They, thank you, sir.
Yes, I want to say, Peter, been very brave. You two been very brave today. I want to ask you something. Peter. I know it's only been a few months since all this has happened to you, but what sort of future are you looking forward to?
Well, sir, I've always loved building things. So I was thinking once I graduate from high school, I'll apply for like an engineering degree.
It's a wonderful thing. I really do hope we're going to build that myself, my co-host here, and our listeners, we're going to build the future where you get that choice to be an engineer, to go to college, where men in black who want you to be a soldier, they don't get their way.
Don't worry, we'll all be helping build a better future, one brick at a time.
He'll like smile and nod. I look forward to it.
I wanna, speaking of networking, well, it's nice that for Peter, for he has good parents, and luckily Carol was there. Other parts of the country they might not know, partially because of the separation. So to remind all listeners, in fact, you remember those words I mentioned? If your child has gained extraordinary abilities, and you can, under anonymous name, sign up there. Don't worry, we have guides on how to hide your identity online and pathing in case you're afraid of the Watchmen. You can use them to organize there, speak to each other, and form these groups. We'll make sure that people. The most important thing when it comes to fighting any tyrant is to organize. That's what the founding fathers did. Get people talking.
As Esteban will say, organization, knowledge, spirit, heart. You absolutely need that. That goes a long way, but at the end of the day, nobody at Bunker Hill was alone. Nobody at Valley Forge was alone.
An army, no man is a lone army. Even if you have superpowers. An army must march in unison, together, united.
Listen, Matthew's gonna say, well, we have another caller folk from California, but I'm not sure if I should pick this up.
Fuck yeah. Luckily, it's not the same again. So.
Put it through. We'll see. Let's listen to what it is.
We are not afraid of talking to the enemy, unlike others.
Pick him up, and it's you recognize his voice again.
Oh my fucking god! All right, get him off.
just Esteban will make the cut motion.
Listen, because he has to say something before you can recognize his voice.
Okay.
He'll say, so first of all, I've graduated Berkeley, USA. You idiot. Second, and then it just gets cut off.
Oh fuck, my chair exploded. Hold on, give me a second.
As Esteban will say, well, like anyone graduate from there these days.
Listen, it's these welfare programs, they fucking push him through. Did he graduate of his own accord? On his own skill? That's what it's all about. It's to help people through, push them through. Fucking diversity hire.
Matthew will say, we have a call from Texas this time.
Bring through the
Put it through. Let's listen.
Howdy, folks. Wish you a mighty fine evening, and glad you took that whatever fellow was. Them folks think they just can come here and tell us what to do.
Don't worry, we'll show him, brother. We'll show him.
Damn right, Will. And I have a message for that young kid you have. Be brave, Peter, because you know what? The government's trying to take our guns. And a lot of states have agreed to that. And look where they're now. Where they're now. Now they can just show up at your door and demand you sign up for their program. If they show up to my kid, I would have just shot them right there.
I want to remind people that on paper the castle. I do want to ask, Grunt. I'm not sure how far the Second Amendment's been eroded. Is
right-
stuff like the Castle Doctrine gone?
So the thing is, right now, no longer in the Constitution, a lot of the states have in fact implemented very strict gun control laws. There's like a few who haven't, as I will open up the map. See. I already know Texas and Florida are on that list.
Beacons of the resistance in the future Civil War. This is going to be where the alt-right factions will be based at, and the Fire Rises Nexus Edition.
I can't believe the fucking Automorph and Satanist path is actually going to be real, though.
Yeah, so all the sort of like southern states, so Texas, Louisiana, this is I think, fuck, what's the one next to it?
To Texas and Louisiana in Arkansas.
Yeah,
Mississippi,
Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama.
Okay, so basically the South, bro.
The
I think you
South,
got it,
yes.
the South.
Yeah. Everywhere else though, very strict gun controls.
Yeah. That's good, Jose. Always defend your castle. Even if they fucking scrap the fucking castle doctrine. Now let the enemy into your house.
Fuck is the castle dog?
You
The
basically have to
Castle Doctrine is the thing that basically says that if somebody breaks into your home, you have no obligation to de-escalate. You can immediately escalate to lethal force.
That's what I asked you about,
I see.
Brad. If that was scrapped, I would assume maybe potentially, probably.
Again, it's
The thing is,
state by
Castle Doctrine
state.
is not a federal thing. That's a state thing.
Yeah, it's state by state.
Oh, true. Yeah. Okay, glorious. The glorious South wins again.
So yeah, no. He'll say, damn right. Remember, don't let them take. This is how they took everything from us, piece by piece, never too much at the same time. Keep doing God's work.
Amen, brother. Amen.
As Matthew will say, it's, as the call goes off, he'll say that this is a bit worrying, isn't it? That it seems it's following the same pattern.
It's the same.
Tried and tested method, I'm afraid.
I mean, the devil tried many times, and well, sadly, right now it seems like he's winning. But
They haven't tried many times. They've succeeded many times. It's always been on a smaller scale, local, and just one country. This is the first time they've this is the first time they've done it on a global scale. But it is a tried and tested method.
well, the reason why I say tried is because right now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't intend to keep this way. The devil hasn't won. He may have pushed a bit, advanced, but
Of course.
counterattack's always possible. That's why I use the word tried.
Now that is, again, I want to point out, I want to say it again. I'll keep saying it. Our main advantage is the enemy right now is, they're overconfident. They think they've won. And they're doing this on a scale they haven't ever done before. That's why they'll slip up, make mistakes. Now, of course, every time, if these people ever slip and make a mistake, people will try to use that as an example of how it's all. That's not true. It's not happening. That well, if your enemy's not already won, then clearly they don't exist. Which, well, I shouldn't have to explain to you, listeners, that that line of argument only really has one endpoint. Anyone making that argument is either a fool or, well, money talks, I suppose.
As Matthew will say. Another caller from California.
Come on, let the man speak another sentence. Maybe two. Let me give him 2 sentences.
You hear his voice again, he'll say, and who funds your show, Mr. O'Bannon? Who funds your show?
All right, 2 sentences up.
That's so
Self-funded, actually.
Actually, the Sherman funded us, so we have, in fact, worked our generational wealth. I believe our families have worked here for decades, and well, I think some of it should be reinvested into the communities, and I think we're providing public service here. Only using our own blood and soul, which, unfortunately, these communists don't understand. They only understand big government programs, big daddy communism handing shit down to them. They can't fathom the idea of people working for their.
As Esteban will say. Esteban will say. Well, I can't imagine somebody actually working for their wealth.
No, always must be handed down by someone. You always gotta have a boot to lick, after all. Where's your boot, Bannon? That's a chuckle.
As they'll say. Never had one. No, I never had one. I had a successful law career before this. It's part of the reason why I know all the ins and outs of these things. I know every smoke and mirrors, I know every lie, I know every half-truth. I've seen the whole corrupted system from the inside.
That's why they kicked you out. You couldn't get along with them. Independence not valued in those circles. You always need to find a master.
Oh, no, it's not. I tell you, I was I started my career before they clamped down so hard. I can tell you, staffers got let go, people got fired, scandals started. Soon enough, people just stopped talking. They got quiet.
And this Hussein fellow speaking about just vote your way out of it. Fucking idiot.
Excuse me, what should people do though?
Well, Peter, what people should do for now, people gotta do, they have to organize, inform people. Mr. Hussein was right about one thing, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. It's only a minority, a fraction of people who are listening to the truth right now. Now, luckily, we're expanding our presence online, and, well, keep your eyes and ears open. We might be expanding a bit more here soon. But, do you know what they can't censor? Well, they'll try. Certainly they'll try. They can't censor you talking to your fellow man. Word of mouth. Spread it, talk to it, make people aware. Because that's the first and most important step. We have to organize, and we have to make people aware of what's happening. After that, well, there are ways. Look at history. How have there have been many ways that oppressive regimes have fallen. Some of them, and some of them have been violent. Some of them have been peaceful. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, I still hope it will be peaceful. No one wants violence. No one wants war. No one wants conflict. But at the end of the day, whether or not it's going to be peaceful is up to them. And we have to be ready for them to react with violence.
As I said before, the politicians are few, but the people are greater, and the armies are, well, as of yet, not made out of robots. And as much brainwashing as they undergo there, most soldier and police officers are not willing to gun down their own people. If they see a band of marching, if they see a wall of their fellow citizens, hand in hand, No, most people are not brutal enough to gun them down. Even if they control the ballot, it doesn't mean they control the actual people. And this is how regimes fall and topple. Because that's why I said the hearts and minds. I'm so you will fucking kill us.
No, it's well said. It's well said, Mr. Jones.
Matthew will say, well, we have another caller from our home of New York.
Let's put them through. Let's hear them.
You hear a young man's voice on the other side. Okay. Gonna keep this short. So first of all, fuck you, because for people like us, those government welfare programs actually help us.
All right, cut him out. He says.
Gets cut off.
Fuck yeah.
As Esteban's gonna say, that's the worst part of it. I don't doubt that young lad thinks he's being helped. In the short term, he is being helped, but that's exactly the thing. It's all to distract you from what they're going to do long term. You don't realize everything you've lost until they take it away, and suddenly that's the only way you're going to stay alive.
I mean, who knows to tell her who
Pity. It's really a pity, really.
Also, who put them in that situation? Who controls the wheels of the economy? People think. Back in the day, the values they taught me at school, and my parents, work for yourself. Nowadays, they teach you that you should do your own thing, be creative. They don't teach you good business sense. That's how they create this is fucking Esteban internally. Luckily, he's using the day word right now. There's not a conscious effort by Jones, but accidentally he's avoiding the Jews for now. And that's how they create their servant class. They put them in a situation. They send them out into life under-equipped to handle the job market. But that's when Big Daddy Government is up there. They throw down a penny from their big ivory tower just to keep you above water. And, what choice do you have? You can't bite the hand that feeds you. And if the hand gets struck down, who else will feed you? You don't know how to feed yourself. There's a saying. You can either give a man if you give a starving man a fish, you fed a starving man for a day. If you teach him how to fish, you fed him for life. But they don't wanna. They just push you through. With remember those things I mentioned, like those fucking school grants, whatever. Decrease difficulty in school. Make sure you pass. Independent of your actual skill. It's a shame, really. Again, people like that are victims, and I pity them. And I hope one day they'll come to see the truth. should all, in fact, pray that one day this war will be over.
That's a good thing to remember, everyone. Fighting for everyone here. Even the people who are going to assault us, demean us. Even the people who are maybe one day might hurt us. Still fighting for everyone here.
And unlike them, we don't want to divide people. We want to save everybody. I remember a time when you could sit at the dinner table and talk about differences. And we'll get back there. I promise you that.
As listen, Peter will kind of say, so the fact that they're giving us like scholarships a bad thing then?
As Esteban will say, you gotta remember about that, Peter, is a helping hand to people who fall in hard times. In and of itself, it's not a bad thing. Either your community, your church, or others. A lot of people can end up in a situation where they need some help, but it's always the reason. You need to look at the reason behind it. Is the person helping you because they want to lift you up and make it so you can stand on your own 2 feet? And maybe you can help other people. They just want to make you dependent on them. Again, the tool usually isn't evil in and of itself. The tool is not malicious. A hammer is just a hammer. The man wielding the tool, the man wielding the hammer, that's what you've got to question. Look at Father Carver, for example. Father Carver generally wants to help people. Some people might slander him. They might question his qualifications, but at the end of the day, he wants people to stand up. Not only does he want to help people, he wants people to be able to help each other too. Long line of hands helping each other up. Community. What community do you get from a faceless bureaucrat stamping a paper that says you get to eat this much, or you get this allotment for education?
Guess I've never thought about that. You can also give me like a speech roll. Only a basic.
Go for this one.
I mean, if you want to say something, you can also do that, but you have to actually say something.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Not back. To turn my head away. Nah, don't worry about. Don't worry about it, kid. In an ideal world, that's what they want to avoid you from thinking. But sadly, we don't live in utopia. You always got to think yourself. Remember, question everything. Nothing in life comes for free. That's kind of get a +1 to like Zaz or roll myself as well.
No, you can both roll. The basic.
You can both roll. Well, wonderful. I assume Silver Tongue applies here?
Yeah.
And Grunt by, let me roll. Fuck my. Wait, hold on. Maybe I can roll myself. I'm getting to basic. Hold on. Basic. Roll dice.
He's alive.
I'm coming through. I'm coming through.
Free reroll.
I am on my way. I'm on my way to free roll. Listen, it's very laggy right now.
Yeah, no, he looks convinced.
Yeah, baby.
Ah, fuck these scholarships. Yeah, as Matthew will say. Looks like we have another caller here from our own state of New York.
Let's hear what they have to say.
They'll hear another young man's voice, a different one from the last time. He'll say, hello, good evening, you two, and my condolences to young Peter. It sounds like well, things are about to be quite difficult and complicated for you. I wish you all the best. I'll say my name is Raphael Marlowe, and sirs, I do want to, if I am permitted, slightly contradict you on at least one notion that you've presented tonight.
Listen, we believe in free speech and debate here. Go ahead, say your piece.
Able to voice your opinions?
I disagree. I think we shouldn't abandon the political fight. I, for one, plan on engaging actively. I have graduated with good marks from university, and well, I plan on getting quite involved in this system that, well, you two are critiquing, but I feel like not providing an actual actionable plan right now.
Pardon me. I
No,
think, we spoke a bit too
That's
fast. But
Oh, sorry, no, go on.
that's listen. I know there's still certain battlefields are lost in my opinion, but God bless your heart if you still want to fight the enemy. There are many good plotters still out there, even though they're trying to suppress them.
No, I don't believe that. I believe, from what I've seen, I believe that corruption has gone down. Social policies have been quite correctly applied, but I also worry about the lack of transparency some of these authorities are having, which is a much more sort of manageable problem than, well, sort of deep shadow government you're implying pulls the strings over the entire world. I believe there's still plenty of active conflicts between different organizations and groups at both national and international level.
As Esteban will actually say. Well, Raphael, well, it's clear we have some severe disagreements. I'll just tell you this. Well, I was in the political field and I became quite disillusioned with it. At the end of the day, you're free to fight the good fight however you want. Ultimately, I wish you the best. Maybe you'll find the way. Maybe you'll find a different way forward. Maybe you'll be able to do some real good.
Listen, listen. At the very least, you'll be able to annoy them. But always remember, watch your head. You don't want to end up like Reagan.
Oh, I certainly do not, and I thank you for the kind sentiments. I hope you will do fine as well. I don't think anyone wants anyone else to get shot. There's been plenty of that recently.
No, sir, we do not.
No.
Maybe
Listen,
one.
Raphael, I will say this. If it turns out your way if your way of getting into politics and working, if it works and we're wrong, I'd welcome that. I do hope I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong, but listen, we can always. There's nothing wrong with hoping that that we can make a difference.
Listen, maybe we'll be there to tell us I told you so, but I personally doubt that. Still, good fortunes to you, son.
I did have a couple of questions if you were to permit it.
Of course.
Go ahead.
Regarding the current topic at hand, handling of individuals who've been afflicted with whatever medical condition implies these abilities. How would you handle that if you could dictate policy at a national or even federal level?
The first thing would be is that the first thing that I would do personally, I would not give Storm such free reign. I would make a federal organization that has oversight over state organizations. I do think that, for example, this talk in the contract that Storm gave Peter here of moving around without his family, I don't like the sounds of that.
So you would implement a federal authority to govern the local states. Why not keep it a national thing?
So he'll say, as Bannon will say, assuming if we're assuming that in this hypothetical scenario, I do have the complete control. Government's been cleared out. In a utopian society, there's not I do think that states cooperating with each other, as they did during the revolution. But speaking from where I am right now, call it gun shy. I'm going to need to be very certain that the federal government won't overstep its boundaries before I trust them with something like this.
So I'm gonna ask another question, Mr. O'Bannon. Are you a supporter of small government?
As O'Bannon will say, broadly yes, but I'll concede that there are points where a bit more of a bird's eye view of things are necessary.
And
sorry, can you go?
No, go ahead.
As Rex about to ask, I'm sorry. Are you sure about this, Esteban? Isn't kind of what increased federalization going to lead to Storm and stuff? As this would even Rex contain himself.
As Esteban will say, Storm is internationalization. That's the problem with Storm. And like I said, broadly, small government. People are interested. This might be a bit of a too complex topic, but I can make a post on our forums to go over my exact views. But now, broadly speaking, in my opinion, power should be devolved to state governments on 98% of things.
But people with superpowers fall into that 2% then.
As Esteban will say, my opinion, we'd have to divide responsibility for that. Ultimately, I believe giving too much power to the federal government in that regard comes very close to criminalizing people for matters of birth or matters of accidents, twists of fate. We can very quickly get into the messy legal area of assuming criminality or assuming danger, and well, at some point that becomes the snake eating its own tail. You treat people like they're dangerous, and they might become dangerous in an attempt to secure freedom, or they might lash out.
So to summarize what you said, you would still implement it because people are not sure exactly what you're getting at, Mr. O'Bannon. It's very... Dumb it down for me and for your audience, and just to make it more simple, more streamlined.
That's Spannon will say. I believe states should oversee the training. If the Riftborn in question, again a terrible name, I don't like it very much, but it's the name that's the name they've been given. If they desire it, I believe the state should be, just as in most cases, it's the local police, it's the state police that investigate things. The FBI doesn't get involved in every single crime. So, should be devolved to the states, with the potential for those states to ask for assistance in the case that their resources get overwhelmed, or a case needs a particular helping hand. As I'll repeat it again, the FBI doesn't get involved in every single crime.
So you would still argue for these people to be taken care of by the state they live in? Is that what you're saying? Just to be clear.
State elected by and representative of the people.
Of course, of course. But still, it would almost... I mean, it sounds to me like you are supporting social welfare programs targeted for these individuals.
Spannon will say. Well, as I said to Peter previously, I do believe in local assistance to get people up off their feet after bad situations have happened to them. As long as those programs are reasonable and don't make people dependent on future aid. I think you'll find that my position, at the end of the day, my position boils down to, I think, local and state governments, the forms of governments people have the most, hypothetically, should have the most control over.
I agree.
Should be the one responsible for helping people.
I agree, but how would you develop alternative for these social welfare programs that you are supporting that don't even really exist right now? As I don't think there's anyone who's done even a cost to benefit analysis on projected expenses on such a thing. But let's say that they have. What would be alternatives to not make people dependent if such programs existed?
Well, Spannon will say, programs designed to stimulate local economic growth, job growth, programs to incentivize work. I'll say this, I've recently been in talks with a few economicists who had their own issues with the recent trend of things. I could have them on next week to discuss. Let me tell you, while unfortunately I'm not economic major, but
Sorry to interrupt you. What is the problem with the current trend of the economy?
the problem is, well, uh, the line goes up, the big number goes up. Ultimately, more and more people ultimately become dependent. They, on paper, lifted out of poverty, but I have a question. If the assistance they get were to suddenly be withdrawn, where would they be?
That is a good point. Do you view the shrinking class disparity in the current United States of America as a problem or as a good thing?
As Espan will say, well, if it actually was real, I think it's a good thing. As I said, the problem is it's a chimera, a figment, a mirage. It's not actually real. It's a bunch of smoke and mirrors from economic schemes designed to make it appear. But at the end of the day, these people, their lives aren't, the actual structural cases of their lives aren't actually improving.
Because I just heard in the beginning of the show you criticized the new public transports in New York, but such like investments into infrastructures, don't these things create also jobs while
Oh, I
also
see what you're doing. You're trying to do a gotcha. Trying to do a gotcha. I see what you're doing. Matthew, cut this man off.
We found the escape ramp. We gotta kick. Listen,
As Espan will say, as Espan will say after he gets cut off. As he'll point out, as he'll say, as Espan will say, bringing up a comment made in jest into a serious political discussion is never a good sign of the, how should I say, good faith of the person you're debating with.
We found the off ramp. As
Espan will say,
first of say before Alexander to cut him with another intellectual essay.
no, yeah, go ahead.
It's first of fuck. Oh, holy shit! He talked a lot of words. I mean, it makes sense. He's trying to become a politician. Who almost got me out. Slightly got me there.
Oh yeah, I know the exact kind of politician he'll fit in. Don't worry, he's not going to wash out.
Yeah. I think
that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. You heard that. You heard that. At the end of the day, I was consistent in my answers, but then he just rephrased the question. It's all these people do. It's all these people do. I never changed my answer.
I think sophistry, the fucking Greeks called or something. I think playing with words.
Sophists. And well, you know what happened to the sophists when their use were done?
Mouthpieces.
Greeks killed them. Athens killed them.
Little fucking monkey clowns dancing along to the tune. Court jester. Except these ones are very boring. They don't make me laugh.
I don't know. Do have to, folks, listen. I'll tell you this. As I said, on our forums, I will post I'll post in the written format my political positions. But well, do you understand that such a high technical talk might not always make for the best listening experience?
I think we have time for one last call.
Yes. I'll put them through.
He puts it through, and you hear like a woman's voice says, "Good evening to you too." And first of all, I'd like to say thank you for such an enjoyable show. I always appreciate these weekly talks. You know, it's refreshing to have like a different viewpoint finally, instead of everyone just praising the government, taking the money I've earned and just giving it out to everyone else.
That's like a supply and demand, lady. The people demand and we supply. Can only feed them so much. Can only feed so much into the trough.
Well, I for one don't like these changes, even the ones they did in New York. I've heard some of your previous callers. I don't think it's quite fair that I have to, fund the entire infrastructure for people who never worked a day in their life.
That's what they do. They want to steal your money. Listen, listen, that guy, the politician. He said, they're shrinking the gap. Yeah, that's right. They're making everybody equal in poverty, equally poor.
Well, they're unfortunately, because of the increase in taxes, everything is gonna become harder and harder to manage. And well, at this point, I'm not even sure. I might just have to move to Texas.
Yeah, that's what they do. They want to put you out of business and replace you with their state brand. Eventually, they're gonna make the fucking Soviets, the big food shop, like over the government, the big car shop.
Moving to one of the last free states that exist might not be the worst idea, anyways.
Yeah, what's your business, lady? I assume you're not. It sounds like you're an entrepreneur.
Well, give me a second. I need to double check my. She says, well, recently I've started an actual, fashion line. It's just barely picking off the ground right now, but these new laws just make trying to run a business, I can only look back to how they were a decade or two ago and just dream, and just feels like it's getting worse and worse.
It's a damn shame. Luckily, I was a bit old. Luckily, I started my business a few years ago, so I got a bit of a poster. But well, I hope you listen. I hope you will have great success in the Lone Star. Sadly, the Big Apple is soon becoming the Big Potato.
I keep telling people, I think if they keep pushing these laws, the actual people providing jobs for this country, you know how much money I have, like 3 charity organizations. I donate a lot of money, and for these folks to just tell me that means nothing, and it's the government who should come in, distasteful, honestly.
Well, you see, it's not about actually helping people. It's about it's an excuse they use. It's the carrot.
They're buying votes. They're buying votes so they can keep like.
Yeah, fucking state authorized bribery. Yeah.
Anyways, I do wish you two good evening, and keep the show running.
Don't you worry, we will. We will.
It's high time somebody reminded the people here what America was built upon.
We'll fight to keep this land free, and don't you worry, freedom always wins, no matter how dark the hour.
True that. So close off the call.
I was not much of a fashion person myself, but would be crying shame if this woman fails. I surely didn't want to. I wouldn't want to end up like those Russians who kind of wear the fucking gray factory overalls everywhere. You need 2 choices: either you have the army uniform, you have the factory worker uniform, and the politician suit.
Esteban will say, You don't have to personally patronize a business to still want entrepreneurs to succeed in this country. At the end of the day, even if business isn't marketed towards you, at the end of the day, it's the free market of the economy that decides what succeeds or fails or not.
Damn right, the people should be able to vote with their own wallet. Unfortunately, well, let's all pray for the brave entrepreneurs out there still trying to do their passion. But luckily, Texas is still a bastion of freedom in these dark times. I'm sure Houston will welcome her. I remember some. I mean, I know it will. Fine city.
Matthew will say, well, any last closing remarks?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, from me, closing remark is this. Talk to each other. Spread the news. Organize. Whatever comes next, that's the first step. That's always the first step. Look at every successful resistance, revolution, revolt in history, and you'll see before the flash, always comes the organization, the building up of networks, of support groups.
And I'll repeat myself what I said just a minute ago. Never lose hope, people. Always believe in the vision of a brighter future.
Yeah, listen, show will end.
As Esteban will no fuck it. Rex will look at Esteban.
Out of character. I can't believe I pulled a real life ban and started actually talking about policy. These fucking morons. Ban's fucking in real life. We're actually talking about policy going out. Well, the government's last to exist, dumbass.
Don't you worry. That's a conversation in character. As Rex will look at Esteban, you know I'm actually kind of retarded, and I zoned out a bit there. Did you argue for big government? I didn't want to interrupt you on the show too much, but
no, Bannon will point out. No, that's a rhetorical argument these people always make. They think you ask for small government, that means no government at all. Like at the end of the day, your local county government still exist, state government still exist, the federal government has to be scaled back massively.
Cut. Okay, I was kind of worried there. Just make sure to explain that part because I'm gonna be now. Listen,
don't worry. I'll post it on the forums and I'll explain it next week. I'll explain it next.
I'm gonna be honest. The politician also kind of bewitched me, and I was kind of zoning out. I didn't listen to your words entirely.
No, it's a. I mean, I say I was in politics, but I was a staffer. I wasn't the man on the podium. Of course, that man's trained to be the man on the podium. Of course, he was able to work his sophistry.
Yeah, just listen to keep it simple for maybe non-experts because like even I was overwhelmed there. You don't want to play their don't play that game. Remember.
Yeah.
So, and Peter, good luck to you, Peter, and thank you for coming. It's real brave, kid. Especially at your age.
Thank you for being on here. Yeah. I also want to say thank you, Peter. Listen, hope things work out for you, but if you ever need help and there's anything we can do, don't be afraid to reach out.
He'll like smile, nod, says, thank you for everything. He gets up and you'll see like the door open to the studio as you recognize the woman. It is Sandra. Who,
Sandra
greets you with a smile. Well, I listened to the entire thing. It was all's well that ends well.
I think most of the show is good. I'll admit, I got a little too caught in the weeds there.
Don't worry, I know the fellow. He is I don't think he has a bright future in New York, but well, I think this kind of sunk him here. You push on him a couple more times, he might lose the little support he has in his local community.
Good. Let's fucking sink this fucking asshole. That's actually, as you would ask, it's like Mario candid.
No, but he does want to apply for a position within the mayor's office, some sort of local representative.
Can't believe we're killing Zorhan Mandani.
As she'll say. But I wanted to speak with young Peter here for a brief moment. Because, well, it sounded like you are having, well, you mentioned, well, all them youth groups, but I think young Peter here needs something a bit more specialized. And, well, because of my position, I have the benefit of talking to a lot of people. So, I can put you in contact, Peter, if you want, with a statewide, well, let's call them like an emailing list, but, well, they talk about your specific kind of problem. And if you want, you can give you a few phone numbers and you can reach. There's no legally binding contract. You can always just tap out if you don't like what they have to say. He'll kind of like glance at you too before he glances back at her.
Oh, she's a good one. You can trust her.
She'll give him like a business card. Looks at him and says, and well, be sure to talk with your parents about this. But like I said, this is just, you need to know you're not alone. It's very important that you have people to talk with, people who know what you're going through, and they're going through similar experiences themselves. So he'll like nod, or like saying once again thank you and goodbye to you two.
Especially in terms of Alexandra. I didn't know you had those email lists actually. I'm not sure how public these people want to be, but
Not
you
very
might
public,
be
not
sharing.
very public.
Ah, I see.
So that's the issue. I am trying to keep this.
No, I understand. Yeah, you don't want the fucking the big guys upstairs noticing in.
Even the phone number I gave him is one out of many. I'm trying to keep these people decentralized as much as possible.
Yeah, but no. That's good. Okay. I'll do my thing on the forums and stuff, and you do your thing. But I think we should stay in touch so that I can redirect them towards you, in case there's someone on the forums that does express interest in talking to people.
Listen, you have my contact details. You can always forward them to me, and I'll make sure. This isn't an official organization, like I said, but people with similar issues talking to each other, I think, is quite beneficial.
Oh no, it is. Yeah, no, and I understand any official organization will honestly might attract attention and people nosing you around. And thank you, Sandra.
Of course.
You're doing good work out there.
You as well. I will see you around. She'll smile and take her leave.
A real go-getter, that one.
Well, it's kind of on the ground work that. It's kind of on the ground work that actually keeps movements alive.
So maybe one day in the history books, her name can be written among people like Thomas Paine and. That's real journalism out there. Here's Titan.
I don't know if Matt cut out or if Rex Jones actually just blanked out after one name.
Okay, I've got out, but here's the thing. I'm going with the funniest interpretation. He did blank out of the one name. As you say, and like the other journalists, yeah.
Sir, she will. Sir, she will.
Even though I don't want to bring up questions, listen, we have to contract and also those other pictures and stuff. I do want to publish them eventually, if at all.
Yeah.
Right now, we're making a bit of a collection here.
Oh. Maybe that would be a good first story for Ox News to publish.
That's true. It's will be one fucking gigantic bombshell. All right, we'll keep it for that once. Victor fellow set everything up.
Aye.
All right, then I'll see you around, Bannon.
See you around, Mr. Jones.
Sadly, I cannot do the funny. Oh, sorry, can you go?
Oh my god.
Sadly, I cannot do the funny thing of just flooding the fucking Mamdami's opponent's money, opponent with fucking money, because he's not a fucking congressman.
Unfortunately, I also can't make AI attack ads about weirdly sexual.
I can't believe Soren Mamdami, to be this accurate, Soren Mamdami could absolutely fucking dab on Bannon. Honestly accurate.
Unfortunately, oh god. Let me Google, because this is not the character I was basing his views on. But you know what? I think it's still like close enough, I guess.
Is it AOC, Bernie Sanders, or like?
No.
What if he radicalizes Grunt?
So listen. Raphael Mac is a French name.
It's just who is this? Is this Mélenchon? Promise you said not AOC, so he can't be left wing. So I'm trying to think of like fucking.
He exists outside the paradigm, Mac. He is above them all. The true centrist.
Is this Macron?
The true centrist.
I can't believe the fire rising enlightens centrism path where he bans everything else besides centrism.
I was about to say that there's a funny option, but if we do the funny option, then we can't like make Jill beat him. So I hope he's not him. I hope he's not Destiny.
But yeah, no, listen, you'll have some time to.
And also, he can't be Destiny. He didn't call me retard enough times.
Dude, this is realistic because Macron is actually a good debater. He did dab on Le Pen in the fucking presidential debate and actually fucking single-handedly sank her career. So, you know, it is accurate. Macron is a good debater, even if it's interest.
But listen, I'm not sure if there's anything you want to do with your like free time between the next show.
I'm not sure if like honestly, I know I mentioned on the show, but I do want to like expand the forms, add like a section to like for people to like share their experiences for. I'm not sure if that takes too much effort.
No, you can start working on it. Expand the forums, take more testimonies.
And honestly, also, I do want to create a separate page also for confirmed federal agents.
Oh,
to make sure.
The toxic section.
Yes, Sass. Thank you. We don't call it the toxic section.
Tom's gonna fucking kill us, dude.
You will.
you want to make a forum section to like dox like federal agents?
Sadly he has free no, so Tom will kill us, I think.
Yeah. With we know, I'll tell you like that is like currently in modern day USA super illegal.
Yeah, sadly, Alex Jones. Sad is a smart Alex Jones, so we cannot do that.
Listen,
you
can make it satirical. Like that, it's humor, guys. We're laughing.
Even though honestly, could you make a satire for like bad politicians to like make it? Honestly, you didn't say that joke, but I think First Speech is still around, right, Grant?
Yeah.
I think it's definitely legal to make like a satirical page for like a fucking like to demean.
You could definitely do a thing where like this guy's clearly take like a like thing where people are like, yeah, I think this guy's taking money from like
Yeah. I
school.
think
That's
that is
not illegal.
Yeah, I think you're making a joke like this politician's a fucking confirmed fed. Basically joking about like Democrats.
Yeah, that's legal. Like, yeah, that is legal. It's just like as long as it's not like posting personal addresses of like individual agents, because
Yeah.
that's hyper illegal.
Tom was about to fucking snipe me. I saw Tom in the helicopter.
Listen, I suppose O'Bannon will have to start working on the manifesto and make it fucking dumbed down enough so that these fucking subhuman troglodytes can actually fucking understand it.
You also had to dumb it down for your co-host there, Bannon, because your co-host was also confused.
Oh god. Well, listen. As the week does progress by, you will get an email notification. Give me a second. I need to find a funny name for this one.
A funny name, you say? Glowy. Glowy 51.
God, listen. What news outlet do I parody next?
The New York Times. Depending on what are you going for? What are you going for?
The liberal. I was gonna say this fucking. I was gonna say the Young Turks do just exist. There's no parodying that.
The fuck? I was gonna say the young Armenians.
Flip them on the fucking head. The news network Central.
Oh my god! I'm gonna create the mismatch, the fucking kitchen sink.
MSNBC Central, MSNBC, PBS, ABC.
Listen, as
the entire alphabet.
A new radio show has appeared.
Oh.
Based in LA.
Oh. Oh, who's it hosted by?
By Hussein Baker.
The enemy.
The show is called Facts and Logic.
I see.
This is a highly intellectual Hassan. This is the final boss against all the alt right. This is the Chad Hassan. This is Hassan with fucking his charisma, but Destiny's intelligence. This is Shover. Zaz's Shover. But yeah, continue, for now. Continue, I'm sorry.
Well, no. It is in fact it is Hussein Baker is in fact the main face, but he does have a co-host. Let's have a go. So give me a second.
Oh, who's the co-host?
Post this picture, please, so I can tell who it is.
Is it Hakeem?
I'm looking through my.
Is it Hakeem, the actual tanky?
It's second thought because ass is the smart one.
Is it second thought?
It's the brains behind the operation.
No, listen. Well,
is it bad empanada?
No,
I'll
listen.
fucking dox you. Bad empanada will dox you.
It's his co-host is another man. If you like kind of Google his name, there's no real footprint of him online, so it's kind of hard to know exactly where he came from. Goes by the name of Troy Thompson.
Troy Thompson. I can't go on that show. He'll kill me.
An actual Fed.
Oh my! Oh god! They get. Oh my! actual Socratean fucking philosopher will fucking beat me in the free marketplace of ideals, then fucking beat my ass.
Once again, fucking. You see, Alex Jones. He posts a fucking like federal agent. Fucking.
That's a shocking swerve. I wasn't expecting Troy Thompson, Captain America, to become a podcaster.
But again, once again, Alex Jones over here makes the satire thing about federal agents, then goes to Hussein Baker, literal federal agent.
Listen,
Listen. If we ever find that out, that would be a wonderful thing. Your host is laying a fucking pound storm, asshole.
Unfortunately.
Fucking Troy and Hussein met on the basketball court and became friends.
Met at the sports gym.
Oh my god, he told him how often I was mentioning Nazi Germany.
I'll continue, God. I'm sorry. Oh, this is the answer. Can we end this shit post? Cut this show. So if you have anything else, Gron, I'm sorry.
Yeah, listen, they are listen. You can listen in. The sort of shows are like they're not like during the same time, so you can listen to them if you want.
I will listen in, yes.
As yeah, no, they will kind of introduce themselves and start talking. As apparently, as well, to surprise to no one, they've realized that this new frontier that is called the internet is gonna be the next battleground, and well, they don't want it to be dominated by liars, trolls, and well, people with clear ulterior motives is what they called you. And what Hussein calls you. Troy is very like oddly respectful, very humble about things. He's not as opinionated, but Hussein has plenty of opinions. As well, listen, just like your show, technically, you can also call in as right now they're figuring still the format, so they're trying to the radio talk, but they do plan on expanding on the internet.
Sass. You know what's gonna happen? It's gonna be the Ethan Klein and Sam breakup.
It's so right.
Continue, Grant. That science.
As apparently Hussein and a bunch of other like college students from Berkeley are working on an online video sharing platform, but right now sort of lack the like technical capabilities to make it happen, but they're working on it.
That's interesting. Hale, Mr. Hale, get this fucking shit, Mr. Hale.
Meanwhile, at the Storm office, Damien, it's your plan to beat the alt-right to funnel my resources to a fucking other podcast.
Listen, fight fire with fire is what I've learned at the Magic School.
If we fucking shot, it'll be so much easier. If we control the fucking narrative, Damien!
We will, once we own the platforms.
Oh,
Okay,
well,
listen.
little does he know. I'm telling you, that's a good idea. Victor, you should hire somebody who can like style on them.
Okay, so Damien, what's your plan of control mechanism? You cannot beat these sheeple with facts and logic. They do not listen. Only we, the enlightened few, can rule. Surely, Damien, you control like the algorithm, and like we do want to integrate with like the greater, like, the Secret Service and stuff, to launder opinions and push narratives.
What? No, it's
right,
just
Damien?
like an unbiased algorithm.
Faith takes out gun.
But yeah, no,
Won't be
listen.
unbiased for very long. Won't be unbiased for very long, here, friend.
I'm not sure if any of you want to call during their talks.
You see, unfortunately, Bannon is not the type of person to call into other people's shows.
But is Rex the kind who
It's Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones is the kind, though.
as listen, they'll pick up callers. As he'll hear for saying, "Hello, who do we have the pleasures to speak with?"
True patriot, fucking damn it, that's right. Howdy, says it's a nice corner, and over here you have got an California.
It's good talking to you, Mister Jonas. I can see the somebody write the jokes that seem much better on your podcast.
You know, I know how it is. I mean, you should be familiar with like government funding, and all.
Well, listen, you spoke of self-funding. Well, I suppose we are being self-funded. So, no government grants here, Mr. Jonas. Also, unlike you, we don't have generational wealth either. It is just a bunch of kids with a dream. What's more American than that, Mr. Jonas?
Fucking bunch of misguided fucking kids with me. That's for fucking sure.
Well, you are free to engage with our ideas, you know. I would have engaged with you, but you kept like cutting me off. So realize that if I have thoughts and I want to express them, I need to set up my own means of communication. But you are free to express yourself, Mr. Jonas. Unlike you and your co-host, I don't just cut people off the moment they become slightly inconvenient.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see about how how this platform of yours is running out. What was it called? It's not what's the platform called? Is it this fucking like? Is it like the fact that? I'm confused. Is he making YouTube or is it like it was the platform you mentioned just the show?
Well, it doesn't have a name yet. It just mentioned.
But I'm asking out of character from like the fucking like from God perspective. Is he basically making YouTube basically?
Yeah, something like YouTube. It's yeah, it is basically YouTube.
Yeah, so that's no. Well then, listen. If you don't mind on your platform, I mean, I think I read something about you offer anyone. Listen, if you don't mind, Infowars being on there right next to you guys.
See, that's the difference between you and me, Mr. Jonas. I am, in fact, the actual supporter of the free marketplace of ideas, as you like to call it. Have no issues with your show being shared. It just gives people, well, an opportunity to see, well, your tomfoolery firsthand, so they don't think I'm just, strawmanning you or something.
In that case, we'll see about we'll see about that in the future. Then, luckily, the truth will be louder than your fancy words,
Oh,
Mr. McCann.
I do hope. In fact, I am betting on it.
We'll see. But I'm not. And I'm not sure what is this their first? Is this their first stream?
Yeah.
Basically,
This is their first show.
as he'll say. We'll see. We'll see about that. We'll see about that, Houdini. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. How long your platform will stay free once the true fucking once the people fucking start fucking yelling against you.
Why would they start being against me? I am in fact not here to be against or for. I'm just here to express my honest thoughts and, well, allow others to do the same.
I know, because I know whom your honest thoughts are aligned with, Hussein.
And who might that be?
They'll have the fucking higher ups, of course. You say you want a bit more transparency, but you still like say, "Oh, the government is good. The government is good." So you still support them. Control the position. That's what you are.
Of course, I support the government when it does good things. I criticize it when it does bad things. Shouldn't you do the same?
Yeah. Eat the fucking carrot, asshole.
Now who's devolving into insults, Mr. Jonas?
I'm merely speaking my fucking heart.
Oh no, I can believe that because your brain is clearly lagging a bit behind. It's good to have spirit though. Might consider maybe a more physical endeavor. You also seem to put your heart into that, and you don't need much brain. Just focus on something more tangible, other than misleading people.
Now listen here, you fucking asshole. I don't fucking mislead people. I tell them the fucking truth. I tell them who's fucking in charge about the fucking Satanists, the fucking child murderers. I won't fucking lie about them, and you can't.
You think the government controls the think that the people in the government are child murderers and Satanists? Anything else you would like to add on their resume?
Those are. Oh, don't you worry. The people will fucking see. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Well, what do you say about all the criminal prosecutions that have happened where corrupt government officials were prosecuted and tried for such, well, not Satanism, but other crimes, more down to earth crimes like corruption and trading of influence and insider business.
Fucking circus and fucking distraction, but I can be honest. I think in a few weeks, listen, I'll tell you something, and all the listeners of this show, there's fucking special bombshell coming out. Don't you worry.
All
Trust me.
right, Mr. Jonas.
Trust
I
me.
believe you.
They're not prosecuting jack and shit. They're just fucking touching the tip of the iceberg. You have no idea how deep down the fucking rabbit hole goes. I fucking see it. I fucking see the fucking.
All right, well, listen, give us a sneak peek, Mr. Jonas. Let's see you in a few days. What are you gonna release? It's gonna be so scandalous.
Sadly, it's pictures speak louder than words, unfortunately, and a sneak peek is hard to do over the phone. I think this is enough to build a bit of anticipation.
Well, very well. I suppose then I can break the news to you that I'm sure you've heard recent allegations. Let me give me a second. Let me Google, but let's get a name.
Ted Cruz fucking touched children.
I am looking. Holy shit!
Greg Abbott in his wheelchair to touch children.
You've heard the recent allegations about Mr. Donald Trump and his connection to what sounds to be a large team of power brokers, human traffickers, and rather unpleasant individuals. And you know who's prosecuting that? The FBI.
Simply wolves eating each other. It's a fucking Donald Trump is fucking. I think he was like a fucking Yankee. He was a fucking fat shark from New York. Listen.
Yeah, that's the center of your corrupt shadow state. So, sounds to me like this corrupt shadow state doesn't like creeps, which is always a plus in my book.
Merely pawns and tools removed from the table. Guy, and as a guy served his purpose, and now it pretty probably will be replaced by someone else who they want to put in this place. I think I heard about that. But Grant, this is like the Epstein case, basically. Or I'm not sure. Did I want to ask you, Grant, did the shooting happen, or?
No, that's in it's like 3 years.
But how big is this case, Grant? I want to.
Can
So I'm not sure.
can give me like you can give me a no roll to see how well
Yeah,
you've been.
actually, those will think like, yeah. Because let me give you a no roll. Let me re-roll that.
Yeah, so it's actually quite recent. Basically, they've launched like an official investigation, and well, they don't mention many names. It's just like the actual person being investigated, which is Donald Trump. And well, there's no mention of Jeffrey Epstein yet, but people can speculate.
Luckily, Rex can fill in the gaps. I'll simply say, as luckily he sits through your files and listen. Luckily, Alex Jones always correct. He'll say, "Buddy, that shit went back decades. They knew about this shit for fucking years, and now they're prosecuting now because they don't need him anymore." They say they recently discovered this shit, but no, they only recently round up his use. They don't care about fucking protecting anyone.
So, are you criticizing the government that's actually doing its job, just because it's doing its job much later than it should have?
I'm criticizing the fucking government because they're weaponizing people like that and their fucking schemes.
What's the scheme here? To remove the weirdos from power? That seems like a very good scheme to me.
The scheme is to create scapegoats so people like fucking you can chirp out, "Oh, daddy government is nice and helping people." Or they fucking or they do shit in their dogs and pass their laws. That's the fucking scheme that I'm against. What's this guy a bad guy? Yeah, sure. Fuck Trump, whatever. I don't care. Maybe it's good. Maybe they made it. Maybe he's innocent. They made it all up. In fact, could be. But if he's not, well, fuck him in that case. But trust me, there are still monsters in there. There's still demon worshippers in there. Doing blood sacrifice, and they're not prosecuting them. They're not prosecuting the new FBI director, the CIA director. They're not prosecuting the Congress people.
So you have like some actual like names, like something like tangible? Because right now you're just saying things out of your ass.
Give it a few weeks, and so I can't say more.
Well, I suppose I'll wait when you can say, because right now there's no way to claims made without evidence can be dismissed without evidence.
Don't you worry, they'll be backed up. I'll see you in a few weeks, and trust me, I'll call back in to ask your opinion once the bombshells have been dropped.
Meanwhile, you can listen after this call. I did manage to I'm certain you've heard the breaking news that they're gonna declassify a lot of documents. Didn't you praise like Reagan last like a few shows? Apparently they're about to declassify a lot of the policy plans, and I'm sure it's gonna all be like well-intentioned stuff.
All fucking lies if they publish anything bad. I'm ready.
I see. Everything that you don't like is a lie, and everything you say is the objective truth.
Well, then, Mr. Fucking rule of law. Why they fucking shoot him? Why didn't they prosecute him of the bad shit?
Well, because probably other people like yourself, who have a complete disregard for the rule of law, made that decision. I'm just pointing out that you're defending some interesting people. Very, very interesting people. That says more
If
about
they-
you than about them, whoever them are.
if they had real dirt on Reagan, they would have prosecuted him like this Trump fellow you brought up. The fact they shot him means they didn't. And that means he was one of the good ones in my book.
Certain, I'm certain exactly people will look at this and be like, these poor rapists and, well, as you call them, Satanists. Actually, that's a good point. Are you defending the Satanists from being prosecuted?
Pardon me, what?
Well, I'm just pointing out that these people travel the same circles, right? They're at the top of whatever organizations. So shouldn't you be happy that they're like taking each other out?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I don't care if they shoot each other. Yeah,
So you don't care about the fact that they're shooting each other, as long as well, it's just not someone you like Mr. Reagan.
oh, fuck. If the reason, oh, I see what you fucking did. You fucking cunt there. You fucking twisted my words around. You fucking asshole. You fucking soft.
Again with the big words, Mr. Jones. I don't use big words. It's
The reason they shot Reagan was because he was innocent. The reason they prosecute Trump is because they probably have real dirt on him.
uh-huh.
I don't. If they throw fucking kitty diddlers in the jail, or shoot them, that's good. But I don't believe Reagan was innocent. And the problem is why I can laugh and spitefully laugh at the bad people they take care of. I still recognize that the root at the core is still there.
What's that root?
yes.
What's the core root of the problem, Mr. Jonas?
That we are controlled by a fucking group of elites, shadowy cabals that we have no influence over. It looks like there's a fucking agenda from Moscow.
Oh, so it's the Russians killing the American pedophiles. You should have said that. I know who to thank. I know who to thank. I'll be honest, Mr. Jonas. Thank you. I'll give them a phone call after the show.
Yeah. You can thank them later once as they fucking put the fucking jackboot on your neck. Unless they're not too busy fucking getting head from the fucking president neck, probably at this point.
Do you believe the Russians are actually the ones? It's not even our own government that's the shadow cabal. It's the Russian shadow cabal.
I don't care what a fucking root originates. I think I personally that's but I'm pretty sure it's the fucking dominant wing or whatever it gets. I mean, look at the recent year. We fucking the fucking war's over. Like everybody's shaking hands. Everybody's agreeing. Everybody's working
isn't
together.
that a good thing? Do you want more war, Mr. Jonas?
I want peace, but I don't want a peace dictated by fucking tyrants.
Well, who's the tyrant then?
So. So, well, I'm looking at my cool.
Unleash the beast.
That's the final pen. It's gonna fucking shoot Rex.
He's gonna kill himself.
He's gonna
Do it.
It's the fucking Satan. It's the fucking. Oh my. The YouTube thing, I'm so sorry. The YouTube monetization. We're actually close to fucking the promise. I want to do it at the YouTube stream. I'm fucking dying over here, my fucking god. Hold on, I need to breathe.
Listen, Mac, if they ban me, but like keep some of these other YouTubers in check. Holy shit!
That is so true. That is so true. You know who they fucking are. How much money has been sent to fucking Tel Aviv? The Satanists, the fucking Jews. It's fucking them. They have
You
power
mean-
the ancient.
Rex is getting text messages. Shut the fuck up.
Your phone is
Look at
buzzing.
Hold on. What's
It's like Hussein will say, "Ah, you mean you mean Israel, who had to? You do know that the
the
two-state
fucking
solution."
Zionists? You fucking Oh yeah. But now that much fucking. The only consistency was supported by fucking both sides. First was the fucking Russians and the fucking tanks. Then we shook hands and fucking the Americans sent them tanks.
Then why are they
we're working
consistently
together.
losing power, Mr. Jonas?
What the? They're getting everything they fucking want. They fucking sit there. They get them for money from both sides now. They get their fucking land.
Do
They
you
get everything they
know
want.
government aid to Israel has been scaled back in the last
Yeah,
5 years?
Yeah. Fucking water fucking ebbs and flows. Hold on. I have a phone call. What the fuck? As it takes, it goes back. That's what's fucking going on.
Okay. Rex.
Yeah, listen.
Line of argument. Get the fuck out of it.
Why?
Why? Because you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna call you a fucking Nazi.
Oh shit, you're right. Oh god, fuck. Yeah, it's as he turns back to the sorry there, partner. I have to go. Got busy, but don't you worry, I'll be fucking back.
As you just closed off on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I feel the same. As Troy, the co-host, will ask, like, why was he so vocal against the Jewish people? I don't really understand.
doesn't know.
Hussein will say, "Oh well, some people." Actually, we should discuss the state of Israel right now. Troy here is not the most informed in global politics, so let me tell you a little story here. Listen, he is not gonna legitimately just call you a Nazi, but the implication will be there that you are in fact just a bit of a xenophobe right now.
This is where we start to descend into the more fucking ham. I'm sorry, I fucking steal myself there. We're up the stream.
Like the real Alex Jones, you are in fact getting pushed back for being an anti-Semite.
Yeah, I'm a xenophobe, so fucking what? That's damn right. I'm proud of it, in fact. It's alright, I'll have it up in the future. So rip the stream, grunt.
But yeah, no, listen. Listen, it's listen, they will be critical of certain aspects, but well, right now it's at least it did put an end to the long lasting fucking bloodshed that was going on, as there'll be some discussions back and forth as Hussein explains the problems and the concessions that had to happen. And well, it is there is definitely some problems that are still ongoing in the area, especially with the rise in religious fervor that has been sort of a what's the word in English, taking over parts of Israel, as well as this Church of God is in fact kind of like very active in the entire region. So yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything you want to do, before your next show, to prepare.
Fucking get Rex, Esteban shoots Rex.
listen. Esteban will say to Rex. We'll say to Rex. Right, Rex. Be honest. We're gonna do a segment on the show. We're gonna do a segment on the show next week. We're gonna make it clear. You are against rabid Zionists. The Jewish people are just another group of people. It's Zionists who had too much influence in American and world politics for the issue.
That's Rex kind of fucking size. Fuck.
I still put a hand on his shoulder as, nah, I have to reveal that Steve Bannon is still Steve Bannon. We all know what the fucking Jews are a problem, man. But
Yeah,
that's the basic fucking cudgel they goddamn use against you.
I know. It just kind of sucks. I'll speak my heart sometimes, dancing around the fucking issues, that using the fucking day words. I thought I could. It hurts to avoid it.
Listen, just wait till we get these Temple of God people on, and listen. You think we're think that's gonna be a good counter to the fucking shit he was saying?
Just fucking hope Victor eventually comes through so we can drop the fucking pictures. The actual satanic rituals.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll see the look on his fucking. We'll see the look on his face when that shit drops.
Fine, I'll cool myself down until that. Fuck no.
Why won't they declassify this shit, asshole?
Yeah. Alright, I'll cool myself a few more weeks. It's the same thing anyway. I mean, it's just a tool of the fucking global jury. Just like globalism and shit. Just a different synonym, yeah.
Hey, listen. Maybe they're supposed to talk to these Temple of God people, maybe they found a way to fix the problem.
Yeah. That's
But yeah, that's all I wanted to say to Rex.
Bannon really saved himself there with the fucking Jewish part.
Yeah, listen. You will be preparing for your next show. Because that's where we'll